Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Lauren Baker. We're continuing to follow that breaking news story out of Grand Blanc Township near Flint. Police say several people were shot this morning when a man rammed a car into the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints this morning and then began shooting. Officials also say the suspect then set the church on fire. You're looking at some of that video right now. Earlier today, we learned 2 people inside the church died and the gunman was also killed by police. Right now, we're going to be hearing another update from officials during a press conference that's at the Grand Blanc Township Police Department regarding that shooting. Let's take a listen in as we get ready to hear what they have to say.
Doing this all by yourself.
Again, we're waiting for officials to come and give us more updates. We heard from them about 5 p.m. earlier. Their latest update from what we've heard before is that they're able to identify the suspect. That person has been identified as a 40-year-old from Burton. We've also been able to hear that some of the victims from the shooting are in stable condition, but one person right now still is in critical condition. Again, 2 other people died from that shooting along with the suspect. It was a very short press conference earlier. We were hoping to expect to learn more about what the motive is behind this. As of right now, we don't know what the motive is from this shooting. We've been able to hear from some local church members as well. We were able to hear from them as they talked about how their leadership here in Grand Rapids are still focused on making sure that people feel welcome in the church and that they are figuring out the next steps, what to do after this shooting. So again, this is still a developing story. We're hoping to learn more. You can hear a crew right now just doing a quick mic check. If you hear any noises, that's what you're hearing right now. But again, we'll be hearing from officials. Last time we only heard from the chief of police in Grand Blanc Township. Again, he spoke very briefly about what they knew at that point. It was very limited details as to what they were able to talk about in regards to this shooting, because this is still a developing story and they are hoping to maybe find out a motive or more information as to what officially happened. Again, getting that name confirmed, they were able to confirm the suspect's name, Thomas Jacob Sanford. Again, he is a 40-year-old from Burton. Again, let's take a listen to those officials.
I am Special Lieutenant Kim Vetter of the Michigan State Police, and I am just setting a couple of ground rules for this news conference. We will have a couple of different speakers, and at the end we will have time for a few questions. If you have questions about the spellings of names, I will step back up after the news conference and answer those questions. I'd like to introduce Chief William Renee from the Grand Blanc Township Police Department.
Thank you for joining us. As Lieutenant Vetter said, we will take a couple questions upon the conclusion of this press conference. With me here on the stage is Supervisor Scott Bennett, Fire Department Chief of Grand Blanc Township, Jamie Gent, DNR Chief, Jason Haynes, FBI Acting Special Agent in Charge, Ruben Coleman, and the ATF, James Deere, who is the Special Agent in charge for this area in Michigan. I have a couple updates for you. There is a couple additional bodies that we've discovered in the church. So that makes our total victim count up to 4 victims. As I said before, there has already been the suspect who is deceased as well. So we have 5 deceased persons from this tragic incident. Again, our thoughts and prayers go out to the victims of this incident that could have been completely avoided. And it's very tragic, and that's not what our community is. I'm confident that we're going to overcome this, as Grand Blanc always overcomes these type of incidents. I'd also like to acknowledge the heroism of not only the first responders, but the people who were inside that church at the time. They were shielding the children who were also present within the church. moving them to safety. Just hundreds of people just practicing their faith. Just extreme courage, brave, and that's the type of community that we are. Law enforcement, again, we were on scene within 30 seconds from that original 911 call. Within 8 minutes, that suspect was neutralized in the back parking lot of the church by a DNR officer and a Grand Blanc Township officer. So where we're at right now, we're working tirelessly. We're working all night on this particular incident. I know that you guys have questions, and it's not only this community, but it's nationwide, all throughout the United States. So we're working hand in hand with our federal partners. So I'd like to introduce FBI Agent Ruben Coleman to you, who he will give you an update on where he's at within the federal investigation. Sir.
Thank you, Chief. My name is Ruben Coleman, and I am the Acting Special Agent in charge of FBI Detroit Field Office, which covers the entire state of Michigan. First, I want to sincerely express our condolences to the victims of this shooting, their families, and this entire community. I would like to also thank Chief Rennie, the Grand Blanc Township Police Department, and all of our federal, state, and local law enforcement partners, other first responders, and the community members for their immediate actions in this situation. This act of violence has no place in our state or anywhere else in our country. The FBI is committed to continue finding out the facts, circumstances, and motives behind this tragedy. I can confirm at this time that the FBI is now leading the investigation and is investigating this as an act of targeted violence. FBI crisis response teams, such as our evidence response teams, SWAT, Special Agent Bomb Technicians, victim specialists were deployed to the scene. We also have special agents who are continuing to conduct interviews and intelligence and professional staff personnel providing research and analysis. I would like to thank them for their work on this case. We ask that members of the public share any information that would assist us in this investigation, and we encourage them to please report to the FBI at 1-800-CALL-FBI or tips.fbi.gov. Any piece of information could be crucial. We ask that you keep the victims of this tragedy, their families, and the entire community in your prayers. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The Michigan State Police continues to respond to several locations throughout the community as we receive additional bomb threats at other locations. Please continue to stay vigilant, and if you see something suspicious, say something. Call the FBI tip line or call 911 to report suspicious activity. This incident is an active investigation. Investigators are tirelessly combing through evidence under difficult circumstances and working to identify each victim as quickly and accurately as possible. The Family Assistance Center will be open from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. Monday and Tuesday at the Genesis Conference and Banquet Center at 805 Health Park Boulevard in Grand Blanc. If you are still looking for missing family members related to this incident, you may call 248-705-7352 for assistance. The FAC is available to everyone in the community, victims, family members of victims, and community members seeking support who just want to talk. Trained counselors and victim services will be on site. We do not need volunteer counselors at this time, and we are not accepting donations of goods at this time. Please continue to monitor the Grand Blanc Township Facebook page for the latest updates. Once verified donation centers are made public, we will put those on the Facebook page. Also, the next update will be provided, update time will be provided on that Facebook page. And we'll open up to questions this time.
Chief, has the search been cleared of bodies for victims? And if you could answer the podium, please.
So as I said, we're working around the clock now. So we're working tirelessly to find additional bodies. So to answer your question, the entire church has not been cleared because it's a total loss due to the fire. So these first responders right now, they're in recovery mode. They're trying to fight through all the debris from the fire. So no, we have not cleared the entire church just yet.
And I have a quick follow-up. Of the victims, the 4 dead, can you say how many were shot or how many died as a result of the fire?
I could say this: 2 have been shot as a result, or have been shot. 2 of the deceased.
Chief, do you know how many people are unaccounted for?
No, I don't know how many people are unaccounted for at this time. We do know that there are some that are unaccounted for.
Can you explain a little bit about how the fire started at the church?
I will leave that up to the ATF Agent Deere.
The question again?
How did the fire start at the church?
For this incident, the fire started, basically the suspect, all indications on this investigation are the suspect used an accelerant of some sort, we believe gasoline, and lit the church on fire.
Was it an IED that he may have used?
There are, at this point, I'm not going to comment on IEDs. I will confirm that there were some suspected explosive devices that were located. But as far as using them to initiate the blaze, I can't say that. This scene is actively being investigated by ATF. Most people don't know that ATF is the federal arson police, and we have a team from across the country coming in, our national response team. It is a cadre of expert fire investigators that are coming here from across the country to investigate this scene and get to the cause or the origin and cause of this fire.
Lieutenant Butter, we saw that there was possibly a bomb threat at the Meyer on Atherton and Center yesterday. Is that connected to this, and is the home that we saw being searched over there the home of the suspect?
Yeah, that's all still part of the investigation. Sorry, that is still all part of the investigation. We're still working to determine if any of that is related.
Can we speak to the motive? We're hearing some speculations that it might have anything to do with the Charlie Kirk assassination in Utah.
That's exactly what it is, a speculation, and we won't come to those types of conclusions for some time.
Do you know if there's any connection between the suspect and the church or its members? Any prior connection?
Again, part of the investigation, we're not going to speculate at this time. Right now, we are working tirelessly to recover the victims of this incident and reunite families. Please be patient as we work through that process.
Were the law enforcement officers there close to the scene, and how they were able to respond so quickly within just seconds?
Thankfully, yes.
You mentioned there were additional bomb threats. Are there anywhere that the community should be aware of or stay safe from?
The community should remain vigilant, and anytime they see something suspicious, they should report it immediately.
There's at least one other report that a local church was searched by the bomb squad.
We've searched multiple churches this evening for bomb threat protocol, yes.
Is that based on actual threats?
Yes.
Okay.
We received 911 calls about bomb threats or other indications that there was a bomb at a different location. Some of them were churches, and we've responded and cleared those locations.
Did those threats come after the suspect was killed at the church?
Yes.
Was there an officer at the church already?
I think that's part of the investigation. Do you have a comment on it?
Were those LDS churches where bomb threats were, or were there other denominations?
I can't.
Can you speak to a motive?
Yeah, I can't answer that at this time, but.
What else can we say about the suspect? You know, you're not going to talk about motive, yes, but what else can we say? Anything about him at all?
Right now, what we'd like to do is talk about the heroism that we saw today, the people who responded in such a valiant way to protect the others, both law enforcement, fire department, EMS. Everybody did an excellent job working together to keep people as safe as they possibly could.
We stopped by Holy Family Catholic Church, and there was a heavy police presence there. Is this at all connected to one of those bomb threats that you're mentioning? Is it potentially connected to the incident today at the LDS church?
I don't have knowledge of that exact location. Do you think? Okay. That's going to be all for questions. I thank you for coming and appreciate the assistance.
Can we get your name again, please? ma'am?
Sure. Yep. I'm Specialist Lieutenant Kim Vetter, Michigan State Police. VETTER.
V is in Baker or V is in Victor?
V is in Victor.
Thank you.
Any of the injuries, any of the people just injured by
And for those who are just joining us, we just heard from officials again in Grand Blanc Township about the shooting at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. We heard a lot of new information. We're going to break down just some of the things we just heard. One of the big takeaways from this is that officials did confirm that 2 more bodies were found, bringing that total number of victims that have died to 4 in total, with 5 with the suspect included who was killed by police. The chief of police also mentioned that the entire church has not been cleared at this time, so they are still looking for more possible bodies in that area. They don't have an amount of how many unaccounted people for at this time, so that number could be rising again. But as of right now, that total number of people that have passed away from this incident is 4 people. He was able to confirm that 2 of those victims were shot and killed. We also heard from a FBI special agent who has now confirmed that the FBI is leading this case. He says that they are investigating this case as an active target of violence. They're asking people to come forward with any information that they have. We also heard from MSB, who's been helping out on this case as well. They said that they have been responding to multiple bomb threats in the area. Some of those threats being at churches. They were not able to confirm if those were also LDS churches, but they were churches in the area, along with other places that they've heard of some suspected bomb threats. And they're asking people to still come forward with any suspicious activity to let them know as part of their investigation. They did not speak more on the suspect. As we know, we have that name confirmed, but we don't know much more about the suspect at this time. We also learned that they believe the ATF is also part of this investigation. They believe that from their investigation right now that the fire was started with something like gasoline, but they are working to confirm more on how that fire started. They were able to find some suspected explosive devices, but they were not able to confirm whether those devices were used to help start the fire. One of the questions that one of the members of the media asked is the connection between the suspect and the church and its church members. Officials, again, not able to confirm any connection or motive at this time. They also highlighted the heroism of people, not only law enforcement agencies, but also people inside the church. They said that churchgoers were shielding children, moving people to safety, and doing everything that they can to get people safe inside that church or get them out of the church from the fire. They also said that law enforcement responded on scene within 30 seconds and were able to neutralize the suspect in 8 minutes. So a very quick active scene there. Again, there's a lot more information that we'll hopefully be learning in the near future. They said they will continue to update us as they learn more details. But again, the biggest takeaway is that 4 people have now been confirmed dead from this incident, 5 with the suspect being included in that total. Again, this is still a developing story. We're going to be following the shooting as it continues to unfold. We'll have more coming up on our 11 p.m. newscast, and you should join us then, and also here on 13 Plus as we uncover more and hear from more local reaction. We'll see you then.